This week we create an original modernized riff of the classic Happy Buddha. Stick around. Hey, Jess, come take a look at this.
Oh, he looks so sad.
He's probably sick of that old recipe.
Maybe some better ingredients might cheer him up.
Oh, yeah. I wonder what he'd like. Huh? Huh? Huh?
Huh? Huh?
Hey!
That's better.
That's a Happy Buddha. So over the years on this show, we've dipped back into several classic recipes that range from the 30s to the 60s, and one of the things that we've discovered is that sometimes these recipes just don't hold up. We don't have to mention them by name or anything, that would just be rude, and we don't want to disgrace Beachcomber's Gold, Blue Reef, Fog Cutter, South Sea Zombie, Polynesian Spec. Today we're focusing on the Happy Buddha, a 1960s recipe that originated from the Red Chamber Bar at the House of Hong restaurant in Waikiki. This, unfortunately, is another
wildly unbalanced cocktail
that seems to lean heavily into the sugary sweet side of things. I've actually seen this cocktail still show up on some modern tiki bar menus, probably because it famously comes in a unique tiki mug. It makes for a fun presentation. Well, courtesy of my grandmother, we've actually recently come into possession of one of these unique mugs, and it got us thinking, what if we could update this recipe into the modern age? We'll call it the Better Buddha. Not very subtle. The challenge was to hold on to as many elements of the original recipe as possible, while building upon it in a way that rounds out the flavor. We've reduced the amount of guava nectar, swapped the lime cordial for simple and lime, kept the Cointreau, and added some ginger and bitters to try and introduce some spice elements. All right, let's start with 1.5 ounces of guava nectar, a half ounce of simple syrup, half ounce of lime juice. That combination is our alternative to that overly sweet lime cordial. 1/4 ounce of Cointreau, 1 ounce of foolproof Agricole Rum. We're gonna use Rum JM. Half ounce of tequila. We're using Tremana. Side note, this Agricole tequila combination is our attempt to recreate the flavor of something called okolihau, which is essentially Hawaiian moonshine. We've never tasted it, but our extensive research shows that it's akin to having like a grassy whiskey combined with tequila notes. So we're using a grassy rum and tequila. A half ounce of ginger liqueur. We're using Canton. The ginger liqueur aspect is actually borrowed from another Buddha riff called the Laughing Buddha. We wanted to give it a flavor shout out. Also, just goes well. And finally, 2 dashes of angostura bitters. All right, let's pour this into our shaker. Add a couple ice cubes to chill, dilute, and integrate. Shake this for about 10 to 15 seconds. It also just sounds good. Okay. As mentioned earlier, we're serving this in a Happy Buddha mug. We've already filled it with crushed ice. Now, just strain it in.
very carefully.
Stick a straw in, of course, and the Happy Buddha goes right through the belly. And there it is, the Better Buddha. Let's give it a shot, see if it is better. So, even though we significantly reduced the guava nectar, you still get that guava right up front. And then I'd say you get the Cointreau and then some of that tequila as well. The rum and the ginger kind of get buried a little bit, but they're definitely there, adding some body to this recipe. It's still a pretty sweet drink, but definitely not overwhelmingly so like its original. We tried reducing the sweetness on this even more, but we didn't want to stray too far from the original Happy Buddha recipe intent. But hey, maybe you'll remix this at home, and if you do, let us know how it turns out in the comments below. And consider giving us a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future tiki recipes and cocktail adventures. Until next time, cheers. A half ounce of ginger liqueur, we're using Canton. It's probably canton, because it's French. Better Buddha. You wanna do that? Let's do that.